This is the dream. To take carbon out of the air and turn it into electrofuels, or e-fuels. In the past few years, a lot of climate startups have popped up, claiming to do exactly this. But there's a dirty little secret in all this hype. It takes a lot of energy. Let's dive into where that energy is needed. First, let's get one thing clear. The goal is to make green syngas, which is CO and H2. Once you have these two components, you can make so many things. Second, the goal here is to capture carbon out of the air and use it. But for all the energy needed to draw in the carbon, we need even more energy to release and purify it. It's all a balance of stickiness. The stickier your liquid is to CO2, the easier it is to catch it, but the more energy you need to unstick it so that you can use it. Third, once you finally have the CO2, it takes a lot of energy to rip an oxygen atom from CO2 to make CO. The same goes for making green hydrogen from water. A lot of research has been done on making electrolyzers that either split water or split carbon dioxide. Startups are trying to cobble together these systems to make green syngas, but they're complicated, with lots of parts. And more complexity means more efficiency loss. And there's always some wrench in some part of their system. Expensive catalysts made of gold, iridium, or platinum, super high operating pressures, non-durable membranes, etc. Carbonade has a simpler method. A single-step solution that takes water and air and makes green syngas in a single electrolyzer. Directly, in the correct ratio that customers actually want their syngas, with low energy requirements, with a cheap, durable catalyst. Our research comes from Professor Ronny Neumann's lab at the Weizmann Institute. His lab discovered a way to capture CO2 and convert it immediately, without having to boil the CO2 just to purify it. Our electrolyzer also splits water into hydrogen on the other side of the membrane, not in a completely separate electrolyzer. Put simply, our chemical reaction can literally skip and combine steps in a way that others cannot. And that is why we can save up to 50% of the cost of making green syngas, which then drops into our industrial partners, who can use our syngas to make everything else. Sustainable aviation fuels, green methanol, chemicals, plastics, etc. They're ready to convert syngas right now. All they need is an economical and scalable source. Just a few months after setting up our own lab this summer, our dedicated, highly experienced team has already demonstrated a fully integrated unit that produces green syngas with 90% Faradaic efficiency. Carbonade will be the cheapest feedstock for the carbon utilization market. Because you can't reinvent the supply chain by charging a green premium.